Tonight, on 10 Minutes, we're discussing the tough topic of erectile dysfunction. My name's Nathan Figueroa, and this is my co-host.
And I'm Stephanie Zelaya.
So, I'm very well versed on what causes an erection and, how the whole junk down there works, but for those who are less familiar with the topic, Stephanie, why don't you go ahead and enlighten them?
Well, an erection involves your brain, your nerves, your hormones, and your blood vessels. So if any of those are affected through their normal functions, you'll end up with an erectile dysfunction.
Well, it looks like my brain's intact and my blood vessels are all good. Are there any diseases or lifestyle things that can cause erectile dysfunction?
Now that you mention it, you have to be aware that erectile dysfunction can be caused by diabetes, heart problems, high blood pressure, thyroid problems. So you got to make sure you get those under control. Along with that, smoking, drinking alcohol, and snorting cocaine can cause an erectile dysfunction.
Well, since I don't do any of those things, I think I'm quite all right. But for those people that do those things, what are some lifestyle changes that can help them, get everything going, if you will?
Well, it is encouraged that you guys exercise, sleep well, and especially talk to your partner. We all know it's not hard, it's not easy to talk to your partner, but it can make a big difference.
Yeah. So are there any other treatment options, medications, or any kind of procedures that can be done to help with their erectile dysfunction?
Well, Nathan, you can actually take the most common medications that are out there in the market, which include that little lovely blue pill, Viagra, Cialis, that can be taken orally, or there are some medications that can be inserted into the urethra. There's also injections that may be inserted into the penis, surgery, or the vacuum device.
Danger Powers personal effects.
Actually, my name is Austin Powers.
It says here name Danger Powers.
No. Danger's my middle name.
Okay, Austin Danger Powers. One Swedish-made penis enlarger pump.
That's not mine.
One credit card receipt for Swedish-made penis enlarger, signed by Austin Powers.
I'm telling you, baby, that's not mine.
One warranty card for Swedish-made penis enlarger pump, filled out by Austin Powers.
I don't even know what this is. This sort of thing ain't my bag, baby.
One book, Swedish-made penis enlarger pumps and me. This sort of thing is my bag, baby, by Austin Powers.
So, let's talk about some common erectile dysfunction problems. Priapism is a very painful medical condition in which the erect penis does not return to its flaccid state after 4 hours.
What causes that?
Well, strangely enough, Stephanie, it's not very well known what causes priapism, but some of the strange and I guess just very far-fetched causes include the bite from a black widow. Black widow venom. Who would have thought, huh?
Interesting.
Walnut extract. Stay away from those walnuts, Stephanie. There's just the weirdest one that I give all the time. Boost Plus. Other more common causes of priapism include hematological disorders such as sickle cell anemia.
So what are some common treatments to treat priapism?
Priapism is a medical emergency and should only be treated in the emergency department. Treatment includes drawing blood out of the penis. Ouch. If aspiration fails, drawing blood out of the penis, we gotta go to surgery, and they have to install surgical shunts into, the little guy down there.
Using a non-heparinized 19-gauge butterfly needle, approximately 5 milliliters of blood should be aspirated to decompress the corpora. A pure alpha-adrenergic agonist should then be injected into one side of the corpus cavernosum. In adults, this should be diluted with normal saline to provide a final concentration of approximately 100 micrograms to 500 micrograms per milliliter. 1 milliliter injections are administered every 3 to 5 minutes until resolution or until 1 hour before deciding whether the treatment will be successful. Lower concentrations and smaller volumes are appropriate for use in children and those with severe cardiovascular disease. It may be necessary to repeat aspiration and injections over several hours to achieve detumescence.
Tonight, we have a real-life victim of erectile dysfunction. He asked to remain anonymous. AJ! Excuse me, sinuses. But tonight he's going to share his very sad story with us.
So I've been suffering with erectile dysfunction for the past 2 years. My life's been a complete roller coaster because of it. I've been suffering mentally, psychologically, emotionally, and physically, obviously. My partners haven't been happy. A few of them have even left. And again, that doesn't feel good for a man. I tried taking the blue pill, and that worked for a few months, and it satisfied the ladies. But again, after a few months, it stopped working. After that, I went ahead and tried Cialis. That worked well for the past probably 4 months or so. But again, it stopped working. So I went ahead and talked to my doctor, and he said that I'm just running out of options. I don't know what to do. USD mapping class of 2014, please help.
Thank you, Anonymous. That's a really sad story. And on a lighter note, let's introduce our entertainment for tonight.
Let's welcome the Misfunctions.
This can't be real. Better than you know just how you feel. It's like a stranger. You and it have history, why can't it remember? Sure, you got it all, but no libido, is that what you want? Bless your soul, you got your head to the ground. It's made a fool out of you, and boy, it's bringing you down. It boosts your stress, your sex life's a bore. Now rumor has it, it ain't got your back anymore.
Priapism is relatively rare but can occur in all age groups. Ischemic priapism, also known as low-flow, anoxic, or veno-occlusive priapism, is the most common form of priapism. Ischemic priapism is a urological emergency and a condition that requires rapid detumescence to avoid long-term sequelae. Prolonged erection in ischemic priapism leads to structural damage of erectile tissue, due in part to tissue edema. Tissue damage is believed to occur at the microscopic level as early as 4 to 6 hours after onset of erection. Irreversible damage can be identified after 24 to 48 hours of priapism, including necrosis of cavernous smooth muscle and endothelial cells, fibroblast proliferation, and ultimately fibrosis of corpus cavernosa.